This week I'm going to address a question on Catholic education. This particular parishioner asked, to what extent should parishes rely on Catholic schools to fulfill our role in evangelization? Another very fine question. I want to begin by pointing out a distinction between evangelization and catechesis. While we often use these two terms in the same context, they are actually very different faith activities. Evangelization has to do with bringing people to faith. If someone has no awareness of Jesus Christ or what Jesus has done for us in saving us from sin and inviting us to the fullness of life, and someone or some event impresses that person so much that they come to believe in Jesus and in His church, that is evangelization. Evangelion is the Greek term for good news. And when this good news is shared with a person in such a way that that person comes to believe in Jesus and wants to live their whole life immersed in that truth, that is evangelization. Catechesis, on the other hand, refers to the content of teachings. A catechism is a book that presents the specific teachings of the Church. In the process of catechesis, we learn about Jesus, His actions and His teachings. We learn about the 10 Commandments and the 7 Sacraments. We're taught about the moral life and the difference between vices and virtues. We can be taught these things without necessarily believing what we're taught. In a sense, catechesis is a matter of the mind, but evangelization is a matter of the heart. To be catechized is to understand the faith, but to be evangelized is to believe the faith, to live out the teachings of the Church because one loves them and knows them to be true. There's a little formula I heard many years ago on this topic, namely that faith is caught, not taught. We can teach religion, but we can't teach faith. Faith is a relationship with Jesus Christ and with Christ's body that we call the Church. Any of us comes to faith when we have an encounter with Jesus Christ directly, as in a mystical experience, or by encountering an individual Christian or the Christian community which touches us deeply by its authenticity. It is for this reason that I believe every Catholic school is called to be a genuine Christian community, where not only the teachings of Jesus, but also the way of behaving and treating one another are evidently Christian. Now let's bear in mind a few things about children and children's initiation into the faith. Most important is that parents are the first and greatest teachers of their children. We ignore this fact to our peril. Parents are indeed the first persons to raise and teach our children. This is equally true in evangelizing our children, bringing them to faith and then educating them in that faith. Good Catholic schools can support children in their growth in faith, but we should not expect the Catholic school to do what the parents have not done. Fundamentally, Catholic children come from Catholic homes, not from Catholic schools. Now please don't get me wrong. I believe in Catholic schools. I believe strongly in the role that they play in the Catholic culture and environment. Catholic schools play a valuable and cherished role in presenting students with a catechesis about Jesus, His teachings, and His Church. If we did not have Catholic schools, we would be missing a great deal. Many provinces in Canada no longer have Catholic schools, and that's a shame. As one great line I've seen declares, Catholic schools, schools you can believe in. But we cannot expect the school to do on its own what should be a trinity of Catholic home, Catholic parish, and Catholic school. If you're up to date on the movement called Grace, this brings together the home, school, and parish in strengthening the Catholic environment in which we and our children live and grow. So to return to the question, to what extent should parishes rely on Catholic schools to fulfill our role in evangelization? We should all work together in the evangelization and catechesis of our young people. Don't say to yourself, that's someone else's job. I'm not sure who said it first, but it is true. It takes a whole village to raise a child. I want to thank you again for your many valuable questions. I remind you, if you would like to ask me a question for this series, please comment on this video, send us a message on our Facebook, or email our communications officer, Kyle Grenham. Until next time.